Good evening and welcome to the Financial Week. I'm Javon Keys. Mayberry Investments says it's seeing a strong rebound from the early impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic. The company's Chief Executive Officer, Gary Peart, addressed stakeholders at Mayberry's annual general meeting yesterday. The pandemic left many companies over the last 6 quarters with losses and cash flow uncertainties. Mayberry Investments Limited, however, says up to the end of September this year, things are bouncing back.
The year-to-date net profit is currently 127%. The comprehensive income is up big time, over 100%. Year-to-date is $1.8 billion, and that compares to a $7 billion reduction last year. Our net profit is $700 million relative to a $900 million loss last year.
CEO Gary Peart says this positive turnaround is expected to continue into the next financial year.
We see where our main investments are coming back. We have significant opportunities for new investments, and we think 2022, would be a much better year than 2021. I think the authorities have a better feel for the COVID challenge, and as well, my fellow Jamaicans are in a much better place in terms of managing COVID and how to deal with COVID.
Meanwhile, Mr. Peart says the company is not worried about the possible impact of the hike in the policy interest rate by the Bank of Jamaica.
Mayberry has been pretty liquid, and so we're in a position where whether the interest rates increase or whether they come back down, we will be making money. As you can imagine, especially if you have a lot of cash and interest rates go up, you would expect your net interest income to increase, which is what we expect if that does manifest itself and stay as it is.
Still on some company news, Caribbean Cream says it plans to commission a combined heat and power plant by the end of this year. At its annual general meeting this week, General Manager Ryan Peralto said the plan should reduce energy costs and the company's carbon footprint. Meanwhile, the company says it has finalized the design of a new cold room to be located on South Road in Kingston, next door to the current plant. It is scheduled to be put into operation during the 2022-2023 financial year. Mr. Peralto says the project should move the storage capacity of finished goods from 260 pallet spaces to an 800 pallet space blast freezer capacity. Tax Administration Jamaica TAJ says it has collected more than $244 million since it started opening some of its collectorates on the last Saturday of each month. 19,000 payments have been recorded due to this opening. Now, TAJ commenced Saturday openings in April. It says this will continue until next March. Now, the last currency trading session for October closed with the US dollar selling for an average $155.66. It's costing $126.56 for the Canadian dollar, $215.02 is the going rate for the pound, and $182.78 for the euro. Meanwhile, the JSE main index gained 5,071 points. That should be 571 points today, while the junior market index advanced by 43 points. Among today's winners were Productive Business Solutions US dollar shares, KLE Group, 1834 Investments, Epley Caribbean Property Fund, and T-Tech, while on the losing side were Siboney Group, Cargo Handlers, JMMB Group 7.15% cumulative redeemable preference shares, iCreate Ordinary Shares, and Paramount Jamaica. And that's it for the Financial Week. I'm Javon Keys. Stay with us. The regional and international news roundup is after the break.